being responsible for some work that is about things that are behind the scenes and how the system is organised to deliver better outcomes for patients and better experiences for patients. It can be quite dry, it can be quite technical, and my concern at one point in time was, could I find, or could someone find for me, somebody who could bring a level of input to that sort of dry, not patient-facing, enabling work, where we could still get a patient perspective in that, but also bring somebody with added value from sort of professional experience, so that we're not being tokenistic in the way that we were going about this, so that there is a absolutely genuine emphasis on listening to and obtaining a patient voice, but also there's that independence that you bring from a professional standpoint in terms of some challenge from that perspective as well. And it's both of those things that you've brought, and have huge value from my perspective.
Yeah, I mean, from the time I first heard you speak at the Vanguard event, I really liked the sound of the Workstream, and I thought that if there was any way to get involved, that would be the most challenging, interesting thing I could get involved with, and the way I could make a biggest difference. And I think it's been a really good opportunity for me to use both my cancer experiences and my previous business experience. I'm used to being involved in boards and committees, being presented with lots of complex information and being part of a group that reaches a decision. So I think from that perspective, as well as the patient experience representative, I've been able to bring something. And I'm not afraid to, I think I'm not afraid to challenge where I think challenge is required, but I don't do it I've got enough experience not to do it in an aggressive way that's likely to make enemies. So I think it's working really well.
No, I couldn't agree more. From a perspective of sort of some of the really big benefits for me from involving service users in the work that we do, is that there's always potential in coming up with new arrangements in a very complicated and complex system, that somebody along the line could say, what do service users think about this arrangement, and have you involved people in the design and the development, and being able to respond saying yes, and we've got an arrangement in place that means that the individual who's representing people affected by cancer can obtain the views of a wider group of people and ensure that they're represented through the work, is absolutely essential and is a key enabler for it being able to move forward at some point in the future.
Yeah. The benefit to me of being involved is that it's my opportunity to try and give something back. One of the things you feel when you're on the way up out of cancer is that you want to put something back. You feel like you owe the system. You feel a little bit guilty sometimes for having gone through what you've gone through, or used a lot of resources, or however you want to think of it. But I was desperate to get involved in some way, and I think this particular group is the biggest way I could have got involved. And I hope what I bring to it is the benefit of my patient experiences, the benefit of my business and governance experiences, and I hope I'm a conduit for bringing the views of the wider patient group as well.